that has little hope in a world desperate for love. And so our goal over the next 7 weeks, 8 weeks, our goal over the next 40 days is that we want the 15 plus churches that are a part of this City Hope to be the church at Elk Grove. Well, there's actually about 25 churches that are the church at Elk Grove, but particularly this City Hope program. There's about 15 churches in Elk Grove that are going through this. And we want to go through this together and have us, this material and our small groups and all the rest of that, focus our attention to love on our community. That we would focus on God's love for us, that we would focus on memorizing scriptures that relate to love, that we would focus on random acts of kindness and share the message of love of Jesus to everyone. So I really believe that our city is going to look differently 40 days from now. I truly believe that. Because it's not just our church. I mean, we're running 700-800 with this next additional Saturday night service and all the new people that were there. We may be pushing past that. But you got to add First Baptist, which is running, over 3,000. Harvest, which I don't even know what they're running now. There's a lot of believers in Christ that are going to be going through the same material we are. If we actually carried out what we're studying, this is going to be a different community 40 days from now. That's exciting, folks. But it takes all of us jumping on board. And we're going to start this morning with our memory verse. Pull out your programs, your notes that are inside there. I hope that you'll follow along. Humor me, even the guys. Pull these out, follow along, make your wife think that you're paying attention. She'll really dig that. She'll want to give you a back rub or something later because of that. Memory verse for this week. The entire law is summed up in a single command. What is it? Love your neighbor as yourself. Galatians 5:14. That's an easy one to start off with. But what if your lover, what if your neighbor... I sat by my wife right before I got up here. I don't know, I just got all excited. We don't normally get to sit together. What if your neighbor, Mr. Rogers, the other thing, okay. What if your neighbor doesn't have the same political views that you do? Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, green, red, blue, orange, whatever. You got to love them anyway. What if your neighbor is that kind of neighbor that plays their music really loud in the middle of the night and you just want to go love them? You love them. You love them anyway. What if they've got that dog that just yak, 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 and you're thinking, do you not hear that? You love them anyway. What if your neighbor cuts you off on 99 or I-5? You honk and then you love them anyway. We got to love our neighbors. But what is love? In your notes, I want to follow along on some misconceptions of love. The first one, a misconception, is that love is not deep. Because I can just hear some of the guys and some of the gals, some of you just going, oh man, I don't want to spend 7 weeks, 40 days on something so theologically basic as love. Lame. That we could do something else, but that's a myth that love is shallow. It's actually about as deep as it gets.